Right now, in this very moment, your life is changing. Something is ending, or beginning, or shifting, and you can feel it. Maybe it's big, like a move or a breakup or a career change. Maybe it's subtle, like realizing you're not the same person you were a year ago. Maybe it's terrifying. Maybe it's exciting. Maybe it's both at the same time, and you're not quite sure whether to celebrate or cry, so you're doing a little of both. And here's what I want you to know before we go any further. That uncomfortable feeling you have right now, that sense of standing on shifting ground with no idea what comes next, that's not a sign that something's wrong with you. That's a sign that something's right. That's life asking you to grow. And yes, it's scary, but you don't have to be scared alone anymore. I see you. I see you trying to hold it all together while everything around you seems to be falling apart. I see you smiling and saying you're fine, when inside you're wondering how you're going to navigate this next chapter. I see you looking at other people who seem to handle change so effortlessly and wondering what's wrong with you that it feels so hard. I see you lying awake at night, running through all the what-ifs, all the worst-case scenarios, all the ways this could go wrong. I see you grieving what was, even if what was wasn't perfect, because at least it was familiar. And familiar feels safe, even when it's uncomfortable. I see you standing at this crossroads, and I want you to know that everything you're feeling is completely normal, completely valid, and completely human. Here's the thing about change that nobody really tells you. We're taught to fear it. We're taught that stability is good and change is dangerous. We're taught to build our lives like fortresses, solid and unchanging, and then we wonder why we feel trapped. But change isn't the enemy. Resistance to change is what causes our suffering. Think about it. A tree doesn't resist the seasons. It doesn't hold on to its leaves in autumn, insisting that things should stay as they were. It lets go. It trusts. It knows that winter is not an ending, but a necessary part of the cycle. It knows that spring will come again. And we are no different. We are nature too. We are meant to flow, to shift, to transform. The caterpillar doesn't resist becoming a butterfly just because it's never been a butterfly before. It trusts the process, even when that process involves dissolving completely in the cocoon. And yes, I know that sounds beautiful in theory, but you're dealing with real life, real uncertainty, real fear, real loss. I get it. But here's what I've learned, and what science is now confirming in fascinating ways. The human brain is literally wired for change. Neuroplasticity, they call it. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your experiences and your thoughts. Every time you learn something new, every time you adapt to a new situation, you're creating new neural pathways. You're becoming a different version of yourself, and this happens whether you resist it or embrace it. The only difference is, when you resist change, you create stress and suffering. When you embrace it, you create growth and possibility. There's also something called post-traumatic growth. It's the idea that going through difficult transitions and challenges doesn't just damage us. It can actually make us stronger, wiser, more compassionate, more resilient. But here's the key. It's not the change itself that determines whether we break down or break through. It's how we talk to ourselves during the change. It's the story we tell about what's happening. Are you telling yourself that this change means something's wrong, that you've failed, that you can't handle it? Or are you telling yourself that this change is an opportunity, that you're strong enough to navigate it, that something beautiful might be waiting on the other side? So let me give you some practical ways to work with change instead of against it. First, acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment. If you're scared, say I'm scared, and that's okay. If you're sad about what you're leaving behind, say I'm sad, and that's okay. Don't try to positive think your way out of authentic emotions. Feel them, honor them. They're information. They're part of your humanity. But don't let them run the show. Feel the fear, and then choose courage anyway. Feel the sadness, and then choose hope anyway. Second, get curious instead of catastrophic. When your mind starts spinning with worst-case scenarios, pause and ask yourself, what if this works out better than I can imagine? What if this change is exactly what I need, even if I can't see it yet? You don't have to believe it fully, just be willing to consider it. Create space for possibility alongside your fear. And here's a little trick. Every time you catch yourself thinking, what if everything goes wrong? Immediately follow it with, but what if everything goes right? Train your brain to consider both options instead of just the negative ones. Third, find the solid ground within yourself. Yes, things around you are changing, but you, your essence, your core, that's still here. You've changed before and you survived. You've lost things before and you rebuilt. You've been scared before and you found courage. Look back at your life. Really look. You've already navigated so many transitions. Some of them you thought would destroy you, but they didn't. You're still here. You're stronger than you think. And that strength doesn't come from your circumstances. It comes from within you. Nobody can take that away. Fourth, take one tiny action toward your new reality. Change feels overwhelming when we think about everything at once. But what's one small thing you can do today? Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Maybe it's researching something. Maybe it's having one difficult conversation. Maybe it's just getting out of bed and moving your body. Any action, no matter how small, reminds you that you have agency. You're not a victim of change. You're a participant in it. You have power here. Fifth, and this is huge, let yourself be a beginner again. One of the reasons change is so uncomfortable is because we're used to feeling competent, and suddenly we're back to not knowing what we're doing. And if you're a person who likes to be good at things, likes to have it all figured out, this is torture. But here's a perspective shift. Being a beginner is a privilege. It means you're growing. It means you're brave enough to step into the unknown. It means your life is expanding. Children are beginners at everything, and they're filled with wonder and excitement. Somewhere along the way, we learn to be ashamed of not knowing. But what if you could reclaim that beginner's mind? What if you could be gentle with yourself as you learn and stumble and figure it out? And sixth, create rituals for your transition. Humans have always used rituals to mark important changes. Write a letter to your old self and burn it. Plant something to symbolize new growth. Light a candle and speak words of gratitude for what was and hope for what will be. Rituals don't have to be elaborate or spiritual, they just need to be intentional. They signal to your subconscious that you're honoring this moment, that you're consciously stepping from one phase of life into another. This helps your nervous system feel safer and more grounded. Now, before we move into the affirmations, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. These messages of healing and hope, they're here for you whenever you need them. and I create new ones regularly because I believe you deserve support, encouragement, and gentle reminders that you're not alone in this journey. So click that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Your future self will thank you for having these resources available when you need them most. Now, let's speak these truths together. Let these words wash over you. Breathe them in. Let them sink deep into your heart. Close your eyes if you'd like. Just receive. I am safe, even in the midst of change. I am held by a loving universe that guides me through every transition. I trust the process of my life. I trust that I am exactly where I need to be, learning exactly what I need to learn. I release my need to control outcomes. I release my attachment to how things should be. I embrace what is. I embrace the unknown with curiosity and courage. Change is natural. Change is healthy. Change is how I grow. I welcome change as a friend, not an enemy. I flow with life instead of resisting it. I am flexible like the willow tree, bending but not breaking. I am resilient. I have weathered every storm in my life so far, and I will weather this one too. But more than survive, I will thrive. I let go of what no longer serves me. I release old patterns. I release old identities. I release old versions of myself that I've outgrown. I am not who I was yesterday, and that's beautiful. I am constantly evolving, constantly becoming. I honor who I was, and I welcome who I'm becoming. There is room for both grief and excitement as I transition into this new chapter. I am comfortable with uncertainty. I don't need to have all the answers right now. I don't need to see the whole path. I only need to take the next step, and the next step is always revealed to me. I trust my inner guidance. I trust my intuition. I know what's right for me, even when others don't understand. I give myself permission to choose my own path, to make my own timeline, to honor my own pace. I am strong enough for this. I am brave enough for this. I am capable enough for this. I have everything I need within me to navigate this transition with grace. And what I don't have within me, the universe provides. The right people appear at the right time. The right opportunities appear at the right time. The right resources appear at the right time. I am supported in ways I can see and ways I cannot see. I embrace being a beginner. I embrace not knowing. I embrace the awkwardness of learning something new. I am patient with myself as I adapt and adjust. I am gentle with myself when I stumble. Progress is not linear. Some days I will feel confident, and some days I will feel lost, and both are okay. Both are part of the journey. I honor all of it. I find excitement in new possibilities. I open my mind to outcomes better than I can imagine. I release my limited vision of how my life should look, and I allow life to surprise me in delightful ways. What if this change is the best thing that ever happened to me? What if I look back a year from now and feel so grateful this happened? I am willing to consider that possibility. I am not my circumstances. I am not my job. I am not my relationship status. I am not my living situation. I am the awareness behind all of these things. I am the spirit that remains constant even as everything else shifts. And that part of me is eternal, unchangeable, perfect. I connect with that deeper part of myself now, on hold until things settle down. I'm living fully right now, in this moment, with all its messiness and imperfection. This moment is my life. This transition is part of my story, and it's making me who I'm meant to be. I am exactly where I need to be. Even if it doesn't make sense yet, even if it's uncomfortable, even if I wish things were different, this is my path. This is my journey, and I walk it with dignity, with courage, with grace. I am proud of myself for showing up, for not giving up, for continuing to choose growth even when it would be easier to stay small. Every ending contains a beginning. Every loss contains a gain. Every goodbye contains a hello. I am in the sacred space between what was and what will be. And in this space, anything is possible. I am being reborn. I am being transformed. I am becoming a new version of myself, and that version is more authentic, more aligned, more whole than ever before. I welcome my future with open arms. I welcome the person I'm becoming. I welcome the life that's unfolding. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good, even when I can't see the full picture. Especially when I can't see the full picture, that's when faith matters most. And I have faith in life, in myself, in the journey. I am change. I am transformation. I am evolution. I am life itself, constantly moving, constantly flowing, constantly creating. And in this moment, I choose to dance with change rather than fight it. I choose to embrace the adventure rather than resist it. I choose to see this transition as a gift rather than a curse. All is well in my world. I am safe in the midst of change. I am guided through every transition. I am growing into the person I'm meant to be. And so it is. Take a deep breath. Feel that shift inside you. Something has changed already, hasn't it? Maybe it's subtle, but it's there. You've just spent time rewiring your brain, choosing new thoughts, creating new possibilities. And if you do this regularly, if you return to these affirmations daily, especially on the hard days, you'll find that change becomes less terrifying and more exciting. You'll find that you trust yourself more. You'll find that you can handle whatever comes your way. And please, remember to leave a comment below about what transition you're navigating right now. You don't have to share details if you don't want to, but just acknowledging it, just putting it into words, that has power, and you might find that others are going through something similar. You might find that your words give someone else courage. We're all in this together, learning to embrace change one day at a time. You're doing better than you think, you're stronger than you know, and the person you're becoming is absolutely beautiful. Trust the journey, trust yourself, and know that on the other side of this change, there's something wonderful waiting for you. Keep going. You've got this.